Alright, so today I am going to do a my favorite beauty things video. I figured since it's getting close to the holiday season, or it is the holiday season, it's getting close to Christmas, I would go through and do some of the favorite things that I've been gifted, that I've bought, and just things that I use all the time. And so the first thing that I just have recently purchased, actually, and am kind of in love with, like, when I first, pardon me, I'm sick. When this first came out, I was like, that is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I will never buy that, blah, 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 blah. And then, it's this L'Oreal Go Clean 360 Deep Facial Cleanser. It's got this little scrublet that pops out, and I don't know what it is, but this face wash is just amazing to me. Like, gets in there, gets all the makeup off, or excess makeup off after you've taken your makeup off, and it just, like, my skin feels clean, and it gives that, like, minty, tingly feeling that makes me feel like my face stuff is working. I don't know. My next thing is this Burt's Bees Garden Tomato Toner. I originally received this as a gift the first time I ever used it. And then I was like, oh, I'll just go to Target and buy it. Oh my god. Okay, so when I ran out, Target didn't have it. Target has every other Burt's Bees thing you can find, except this. About a year ago, I found it at Whole Foods. And it's like $12 at Whole Foods. And it's also at burtsbees.com for $12. Like, it smells like tomatoes. It smells like minty tomatoes, which is kind of weird to me. Next, I have the True Blue Spa Blackberry Tea Tree Oil Purifying Peel-Off Face Mask. This thing's amazing. It's kind of like the Biore pore strips, but for your whole face. But it's at Bath & Body Works and bathandbodyworks.com for $12 if you don't have one near you. Nextly, in the vein of face, I have, let me dig it out, this. Okay, so I was kind of not going to put this in here because I didn't think Mary Kay made this anymore, but they do, which is wonderful because I've had this for so long. Like, I have had this same jar of this since my senior year of high school, which was, I probably should get a new one, honestly, because that was 6 years ago. Something like that. Something ridiculous. Like, I've had this for a ridiculous amount of time. But you don't use it every day. Like, I almost need a new one because that's all I have left after 6 years. Something kind of ridiculous. And it is kind of expensive. I realized after looking it up. I looked it up last night at marieddecay.com, and it's $30. However, spending $30 and have something last you for 5 years and still work as good as the day that you bought it or received it, is worth it. And then, like, my random face thing, like, I'm kind of tempted not to put this in there, but I love this. And I think if you have the same problem, you should try this. It is the Olay Facial Hair Removal Duo. It comes in the box like this, and then it's just, you've got directions. I bought this yesterday because I needed a new one. It's got directions. I think there might be coupons in here. I don't know, we're not going to get into that, I don't have time. And it comes with a Skin Guard balm that you put on before, and then the actual hair removal cream that you put on. You leave that on for 8 minutes, and then just wipe it off, and then rinse it off, and your unwanted facial hair is gone. So now I am moving into face makeup. Because you want your skin to look perfect, and my hair, apparently I don't care. Starting with my favorite foundation ever. Like, it's my most favorite foundation that I think I've ever used in my entire life, and I have been alive for a long time. It's the one I use every video. You've seen it before. MAC's Studio Sculpt foundation. Now it is a full coverage foundation, and I have recently switched to NC15 because it is winter, and I realized the other day I walked out of the house and I looked orange using NC20, and I'm like, I'm trying not to look like Snooki. That's not my goal. I don't want to be orange. But this is so I've discovered that NC20 is my summer shade, NC15 is my winter shade, and you can kind of tell it. So my favorite foundations, they are a full coverage foundation. Now, if you don't want a full coverage foundation, or you don't like full coverage foundations, and you want to try a MAC foundation, I would recommend the Mineralized foundation from MAC. I use this one more in the summer when I want a lighter coverage, because this is probably a medium coverage foundation. Yeah, it doesn't say. Now, see, this is where I come to a problem, because they are, I mean, I talk about them in almost every video that I use them. They're my Smashbox Creamy Cheek colors. This one is Siren, and this one is Captive. But I'm on Smashbox.com last night trying to find them, and they don't make them. But these are my favorite blushes ever. Like cream blush. Favorite cream blushes. And my favorite powder blush also is not made anymore. It is the Revlon Perfectly Peach matte blush in 003. That's the color. It's just a peachy nude color. My newest favorite thing ever is made by MAC. It is the MAC Pro Sculpting Cream in Copper Beach, and that's the color. And it is $20 at the MAC store or at maccosmetics.com. It's my favorite contour. So, as I feared, I was going to have to do this in more than one installment because it's getting too long to upload to YouTube. So, that concludes the first installment of my favorite things video. They'll all probably go up on the same day. This just is the first part of it. There might be 2, there might be 3. Who knows? We'll see when we get there. See you in the next part.